And here we go. Are we live? Live. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Here we go. So finally we're live. I have Umka here with me, who's another fellow Spurs fan. Um, so let's start with the game review, Umka.
Um, I don't have any words on this game to be honest. We dominated in possession. We had taken so many shots, but yet we couldn't convert one. We couldn't put one back in. How you like? Is that a joke to be honest?
So there is this question floating around, which is very funny for me. There's this question that does possession wins you points.
No. I think taking shots more. I think taking shots more
Mhm.
and converting them into goals. That matters a lot in
But
this football.
for me, mhm. Yeah, for me, the game didn't feel like we playing the Postecoglou way. It didn't feel like we're playing Ange ball. It reminded me, a time under Conte where we would just, keep the ball and pass it around, like, between the center backs. Then we go wide. Then we pass it back to the midfielders and we go wide. I really think that our wide players, we really need better wide players. Um, I love Son, but I just don't think he has got what it takes, to play in the system. Again, what are your thoughts about this?
Son is far from finished to be honest. I love him. I love him. I still love him. But I think we should pass on the
Mhm.
torch. There's Mikey Moore, there's Wilson Odegaard upcoming, and we have got Timo Werner playing at his position. Even he created a lot of chances after coming on, and Son did nothing. I mean,
Mhm.
he did something, but it was not on his level. The way he is, it was not on his level, to be
But
honest. And
fair enough. But I haven't seen, anything from Mikey Moore that would suggest that he would, play better than Son in this position. And also he's injured. He has been injured. He's not injured, he is sick. Um, he has some sort of flu or some sort of virus that has kept him out for more than a month now. So again, even when he has played for us, there were glimpses. But again, like Son gives you glimpses throughout the match. There are like moments where Son would just cut in or make a pass, make a cross that is an easy tap in. Like Son has that in him. So I think with Mikey Moore, we're pretty much getting the same and not to the level, maybe not yet, like there's time for more, obviously, but he's not there yet for me. Again, he
he
would
needs
be a
time.
good rotational option, but we definitely need a better left winger, or not just left winger, a winger who can play on both wings. I feel someone who can take on. Like today, um, like someone was receiving the ball, just ahead of the half line, and from there, like there was no attempt from Son to take the ball forward, take on his man, beat his man. Like I did not see that at all. He would just pass it back to Archie Gray or Dogi. Like I just yeah, like there's so much that Sun could have done better. Or maybe that is not just his game. So yeah, I definitely think we need a better left winger in the transfer market. I think I had high hopes for Odegaard, but again he's been injured. So again that is something. I don't really think we can put this on Ange yet because we are like just look at the amount of injuries we have. What are your thoughts on the players that we have injured right now, and what do you think that after they come back that it makes a difference?
We have 13 first team players for our next game. We play without Digit Spence next game. We have no defensive backline. We have no defensive backline. I'm not even kidding you. I'm scared what will happen in next few games. And talking about Son, I think there are few similar players like him. In my mind, there's Alex Baina from Villarreal. You have seen him. He plays on both flanks. He can play CDMs. He can play CAM. And we even had Manor Solomon, who was pretty good when he played for us. He provided us with 5 assists. And I think there's one more, Dwight McNeil from Everton. And I think Son has lost his confidence, to be honest. He thinks that
Hmm.
he's slow. He's slow. He thinks that, and he's just scared to take on. And his shooting is nowhere near his prime now. He has passed his point. And talking about his ball services, there's no support he's getting from defenders and from our midfielders. So that I think he should. I think we should consider as that low confidence
In in
person.
terms of support, um, I like what kind of support are you expecting? Like, are you expecting someone to drop in like Kane used to and you know play the ball
Like
either side
receiving the
for
ball,
us?
receiving the ball.
Because that is not something that's going to happen with Postecoglou. And again, not against the team who are going to sit back. So I don't understand this whole notion of Son not having any support. I saw Elanga like create a goal or just by making a run. Like he outpaced Udogi, who just gave up thinking he was offside and he wasn't, and we considered a stupid goal. Even like it was a very stupid goal to concede because I think if Doji makes an extra effort or just irrespective of whether he's offside or not, just keeps running at him and avoids him from taking the shot, it could have been a different result altogether for us. But he just decides to give up and make a very lethargic run, thinking he's offside.
Both our wing backs do the same. Both of our wing backs. Even Porro does the same.
I think I've in terms of like the effort, I think Poro like does more. Like he runs back with the intention of outpacing the winger or at least you know trying to obstruct him or like avoiding from making the shot or cross. I think at times Udori like tries to play too clever. I've I think Spence has been good on both sides, left back, right back. But again, now he's been sent off. So the next game that we're supposed to play, it would be without Dragushin and Spence. That's already and we are out. Like Davies isn't available. Vandervan isn't available, and Romero. So that's like 5 players out. Where do we go from there?
There's no other option than trusting academy players. Or else we should sign Pero Hincapi from Bayer Leverkusen. He can play as a left back and he can also play as a centre back. Looking at his injury record, he's been too good for Bayer Leverkusen. He's been available for every single game. I think he might be a good option for us, considering all this injury crisis. We need to make moves in January transfer window, honestly, or else we have no other option than trusting our academy players. And talking about Yudogi, he's been exposed a lot. He's been exposed a lot. Firstly, we talk about Arsenal game, Saka. He completely owned Saka in that game. And recent games, and in recent games, he has been clueless. He has been clueless. He has been caught many times out of position. So that should that should be worked on by him.
Mhm. Fair enough. Let's move on to, something rather hopeful, something that we can do in the January transfer window. Yeah, so what are you like? What are your expectations? What do you think we will do rather than what do you want us to do?
I'm expecting some big transfers to happen, like Cardoso and a good proven centre back, and also a winger who can play on both flanks. I'm honestly expecting a lot, but let's see.
Mhm. So for you, it's a winger who plays on both flanks,
Yeah.
not a centre back or a left back.
Uh,
Yeah, because
Centre back and
honestly,
left
I think we'll get one. Okay, go.
Centre back and left back. I've already mentioned Piero Hincapi, right?
Mhm.
He's a good option for both these positions. And even
Mhm.
I guess Cardoso can cover centre back position really well. I've seen him play for Real Betis and he has done it lot of times.
Mhm. Just to inform Ayush in the comments, no, I'm not wearing any pants. Yeah, so sorry about that. Let's go ahead. So yeah, about Kado. So I think we can get them in the sum of around 25 million. So there is no way, like Levy is going to pay an extra 5 or 10 million to get him in January. So I don't see that deal happening at all. It'll happen because he is definitely worth more than 25 million. So we'll definitely sign him for 25 million. What happens from there on, I don't know. Um, again, um, again, it's a different league. I think we had someone from Real Betis doing really well and not really doing so well at Spurs. I'm talking about Lo Celso, um, who I think today would have made an impact. But again, um, let's not talk about the players we don't have anymore. Yeah, so Cardoso is one player. So I think we'll get one player on a permanent deal, and we'll sign one player on loan. And I think that's about it for us. So there's been rumors of Kolomwani, one player I really like. I think he'd be good cover across the front three. Like he could play as a striker, you know, competition for Solanke, and he can play on the left wing as well. He has played on the right, but I don't think that's his preferred position per se. But yeah, that is something, and he would. There's rumors that he could be available on loan move. So I think that's like Livy's wet dream. A high quality player who's not performing very well on a loan deal. He might turn out to be a Kulusevski, but he can also be a Werner. You never know. So yeah, that's Kolomwani. Again, the next player, the position rather, I would want to talk about is the left center back, left back cover, because I don't think we have anyone beyond Davies who can who we can say covers both positions. And Davies is also his contract expires this summer. So so we should be looking for his replacement.
Um, there's no replacement
Yeah,
for Davies.
any player that you think we can
There's no
potentially bring in
replacement for
that position.
Davies, to be honest. There's no replacement for him. And he's that kind of a
Really,
veteran
you think
player
that?
that we should. Yeah, I think that Davies is, the guy who brings experience into the team and he helps the youngsters to grow the uh, grow even better. Uh, shit. Okay. I think Davies he should extend. We should extend his contract. There's no replacement for him, honestly. He has been loyal. He has been loyal to us, and he has proved his worth every time, and he has been available whenever we needed him. So there's no way we should let him go.
But again, he is 29 or 30, I think. I'm not sure. But again, that age, where let's say we give him a 2-year extension and then it doesn't work out, then we have a player who we stuck with for another year or two. Uh, and we've struggled, offloading players in the past um, 2, 3 transfer windows. Maybe not the last one. We did very well in the last window, but the windows prior to that, we did struggle in offloading players. So offering contracts. I don't think we're offering Sean, a new contract. We're giving him an extension for a year, and that's about it. Again, for me, I would love for Son to, retire at Tottenham. But again, I don't think he's the player that he was under Conte or under Mourinho or even, under Pochettino to an extent. So now if we are to keep him, we need someone equally good as Son on that left wing. Um, and then the question comes, how much are we willing to pay Son to keep him at the club? Because I think he's on high numbers right now, and we cannot afford to give him that anymore because he obviously won't be playing, every single match if we are bringing in someone who is equally exciting and fits the system. So that begs the question, how much would you want to pay for someone who's going to be a squad option for the next few years at least? Or we can ship him to Saudi. That's one option. But I don't think we want to do that.
Nobody in Tottenham wants to do that. We all love him, but
Mhm.
considering his current form, I think we should let him go. I think we should let him go.
Again, there's a question about replacing Bissouma. I don't think Bissouma is a number six. I think he has been asked to play there because we are very thin in that position. I think Bentancur is the only player who can play that position. Um, and I think Bissouma did really well last season when he was playing in WP with Star, where they both had the engine to, you know, to tire teams. They would just run and run and run and tackle and run, and they would get there. Again, replacing Bissouma is something we could get a number six, but again, there aren't many number six out there. Like I think most big teams need a number six. So for us to get a quality number six would be very difficult. So would be looking at someone who has potential because that is something that we need to do because we don't really have the resources to buy a ready-made player. Uh, so we have to bring in players who can potentially be better than the ready-made player we can afford. So Yeah, that is the issue. What are your thoughts on replacing this one?
I have no thoughts on him. He has been absolutely brainless this season. I hate to say it, I liked him last season, but this season, no man. Seriously, Pape Sarr is playing way better than him, despite being younger than him. And talking about number six available in market, I think Liverpool are behind Zubimendi. So we can target him, right? Zubimendi. He's
There's
good.
no
He has
way we're
proved.
getting Zubimendi. Let's just not go there.
We can even develop RG3 in that position, right? It's his natural position playing as a number six.
We can surely do that, but and that is the only thing we can do, I feel. Um, Again, Brighton have a really good number six. I can't remember his name, for some reason. Yeah, so yeah, if we are very good with our scouting and with all the data, there's a chance we might land. Again, like Cardoso is a decent number six who we scouted and got a deal for. And this season he has been really making name for himself. So yeah, so there is hope with Cardoso definitely, but again I don't see that happening in the January. Yeah, okay, here
There's
I think we have a question from. Mhm. Yeah, go on.
um, there is Manuel Locatelli from Juventus, right? Even he's good. I think you've seen him play in Champions League.
Who from 11? Who?
Manuel Locatelli. Manuel Locatelli.
I'm sorry, it's lost you there. Juventus. Are you talking about Lopetegui?
Yeah, yeah, I'm talking about him.
Okay. Okay. I think I've lost one guy here. Let's just move on to the next question. There's this question from Hazel. Ronaldo or Messi. I This is a very good question. And again, for me, personally, it is Ronaldo. For like for just for like Messi has been yeah, Messi has had exceptional uh, talent, or I would say he has um, he has he is gifted in simple words. Messi is extremely gifted. Um, but Ronaldo has been competing with Messi for a really long time just through hard work and yeah, just hard work. Because I don't think Ronaldo is that gifted when it comes to footballing abilities. So yeah, for me it's Ronaldo.
I think we should skip this topic. This will take a lot of time for.
Hmm. All right. So what are your expectations from our next game? We're playing. I think we are playing Wolves, and they have a really good player in who plays left wing for them. Pune. Yeah. Any player you'd be looking, you'd be excited, excited to watch from the Wolves team.
Matheus Cunha, I think. Matheus Cunha. He's been too good for Wolves this season.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
he's, he's consistent from past three seasons. He can play as a left winger, he can play as a striker, and he's providing goals and assists in that relegation team. He's doing that kind of work. That player, I think that type of player we need in our team.
So what are your predictions for the next game? Um, do you expect us to win one match before, you know, like we win this match and then we do something in January transfer window and we can, um, you know, and we can, somehow get get back on track and get something like get to a meaningful position in the league this season? Or are you expecting that he gets the sack before the start of the January?
I have no expectations. After looking at the performances against Bournemouth, Nottingham, and Ipswich, I've lost expectations, honestly.
Mhm,
A draw would be fine, or maybe even if we lose, winning Carabao Cup games against Liverpool
mhm,
would make it better, honestly.
mhm. All right. Just getting back to the question about Ronaldo versus Messi. Everything said about me preferring Ronaldo, I can admit that Messi is definitely better. All right. I think this is a good note to end the stream here, and we'll get along next time when we are suffering. Anything you'd like to say before we end the stream?
Don't expect from Spurs. That's it.
All right, come on, Miss Spurs.